Well, that's how awesome this craft beer community is, man. I mean, and that's what we love, and I'm sure that's what you love. You've been in enough places. I mean, everybody is like family. I mean, that's the hardest thing for people to understand and grasp. Like, a lot of people coming from like the business world look at the craft beer community and they're like, oh man, a brewery just opened up down the road from you? That's gotta be terrible. That's the worst thing possible. I'm like, no, that's the best thing possible. Exactly. And it kind of flips things on its head because people come from a background of like, well, if I own a computer store, I don't want another computer store opening up down the road from me because that's competition. So I gotta do what I can do to shut that place down. Whereas if a brewery comes in, and then another brewery comes in, and then another brewery comes in,
and it's
great because more people, more consumers are like, man, I'm more apt to drive 35 minutes out of the way to try 4 or 5 different breweries than if there's only one there.
Exactly.
Right? And then it's like, well then now those 4 or 5 different breweries, 2 or 3 of them got together and made a collaboration beer. And man, now I want to try
that.
What's
your best collaboration beer since we're doing right now? What's your best collaboration beer right now? Oh my God. I'll let you think. I'll tell you what mine is. Little Brother and Phil and Fish, 5,000 Limes.
That one was fantastic. That one was absolutely amazing. Why was it called 5,000 Limes?
Because it tastes like lime juice and beer mixed together. Yes. They had a little baby and then they gave it to you.
But more specifically, like Jeopardy style. More specifically, why was it called 5,000 Limes? Think about it.
What's that?
Wait. This thing is totally there. That's our buddy from R&R, Mount Olive. Rest and Relaxation Brewery, Mount Olive, North Carolina. Check them out.
Like, what the hell is it?
Hey man, it's all fun. It's all fun.
I don't know how to answer that in Jefferson.
So, it's called 5,000 Limes because Little Brother and Fiddlin' Fish literally zested and juiced 5,000 limes for that beer. Think about that. So think about the work that went in to make that beer.
Wow.
Yeah. More effort and time than I would have to zest and be. It sounds like punishment, but yet you and I reap the benefits of that punishment. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic beer. Absolutely fantastic beer. But man, if we're talking statewide, collaboration. I've had some really good collaboration. There's a really good collaboration between Zillico and Brewery Bahana out of Raleigh that are just, it's absolutely phenomenal. It's a farmhouse IPA. It's a really good one. Any of the collaborations with Dissolver, which is a brand new kind of up and coming brewery. They're in Asheville. They're not even open yet, but they've done collaborations with breweries all across the country. They're traveling up and down the East Coast. I mean, they're doing crazy things, man. Yeah.
How are you not open yet, but you're doing collaborations with everybody across the country?
Because when you're that good, you're that good. That's the thing, man. You gotta look, Dissolver. My boys at Dissolver, they got it going on, man. But there's so many other great ones. I mean, like you have Barrel Culture, who just finished doing a collaboration with Forgotten Roads Ales. You know, I mean, there's so many awesome things happening because like every collaboration is different, right? So every brewery that gets together, they're doing a different style, and they're like, well, hey, let's get your expertise of what you do well and our expertise of what we do well, and let's put it together, right? I mean, Resident Culture has done some fantastic collaborations with, breweries all over the country. I mean, they've done it locally, they've done stuff all over the country. Yes. I mean, but that's what you get when your head brewer came from Russian River. You know what I'm saying? So you know people, and you know that beer is gonna be fantastic. I mean, like, there's so many, so to pinpoint it and narrow it down to one, man, that's super hard. So I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess like all I can say is, man, just get out there, just try it. If you have a brewery that you really like, follow them on social media, and they'll be able to keep you up to date of what's going on in their world, right? That's usually what I'll push people, everybody, to follow. Like if we do a feature on a brewery, we'll say, hey, go follow that brewery, because they'll keep you more up to speed on what they got going on than I will, right? You want to know more about them? Follow them. Follow the source. You want to know more about their beer? Try their beer. You want to know about their story? Go to their brewery. Drink their beers. I'm sure they're 9 times out of 10, you're going to get an owner or a manager serving you, right? And they're gonna want to talk to you because
it's that small of a space.
Yes.
Like when I mean, well, I'm the owner.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Yeah. Well, you're bartending, okay, and
yeah. What's the problem?
Like.
Yeah, you go to Forgotten Road Ale in Graham. Both owners are behind the bar. They're the only 2 employees. They're both level 2 certified cicerones.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
they pay that low. They pay some.
Oh, let me tell you, man, and I've had a lot of their beers before they were open. They were homebrewing. Literally, they were running a brewery out of their house. Literally running a brewery out of their house. I mean, they had their brewing system in their house. They had barrels in their house. They were barrel aging sours and mind-blowing stuff as homebrewers. And they finally got the brewery open. They're in Graham, North Carolina. Check them out. Forgotten Rodales. Both, like I said, level 2 certified Cicerones. Their beers are out of this world. But that's the thing. When we say it's a craft beer community and the craft beer family, like I just met this man right here 2 minutes ago, right? But I feel like I've known him for forever because it's a thing, man. Beer just brings people together. It transcends political views. It transcends any other outside views that you have that you can come together under a common theme, right? You can have a Republican drinking next to a Democrat, and you can both agree on, hey, this is an amazing beer, and you can have adult conversations about how great that beer is, even though your political affiliations are complete opposite. You know, beer is that great. I think it's one of those great, things that bring everybody from every walk of life together, and it's one of those amazing things that when we say it's a craft beer community and the craft beer family, it's not just something that's said flippantly or lightly. It's something that has some teeth to it, that it means something. So, I don't know. I mean, as you can tell, we're really passionate about what we do because
I'm definitely
awesome.
I'm definitely going to put the U.S. flag behind you, cut myself off right here, and have you behind a U.S. flag while you were saying that. Because I felt like 2020 election, you had that one in the bag.
Yeah, man. Well, but it's one of those things. We try not to never get political. We try not to never get, like you'll very rarely ever see us cuss on any of our, use profanity or anything like that.
Sorry.
Like you may see like, oh man, that was a bad ass beer. But we try to keep it wholesome so it's something for everybody, right? Like Michael Jordan famously said, Republicans buy shoes too, right? It's one of those things that if you alienate half your fan base, you just alienated half of your fan base. So like I said, our social media, we try to keep it as straight down the middle as possible, just because we want to be inclusive to everybody.
Gotcha.
We don't want to say, oh hey, we take this stance on this or this stance on that, because you take a stance on something, you're automatically eliminating somebody else. So we don't take stance on anything. We just try to have fun. We try to be very approachable, and because that's the way beer is. Beer is meant to be fun and approachable. Right? It's not meant to be this whole snooty, nose up, how dare you. I have people tell me all the time, like, one of the things we love to do is educate people on different beers, right? We have people tell us all the time of like, well, hey, I don't like stouts and porters, so I'll never drink them. I'm like, you just never had the right one. And they'll be like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, well, what don't you like about a stout and porter? Oh, I just hate the coffee forward flavor of it. I was like, okay, let me introduce you to some chocolate flavor forward beers. And they're like, oh my god, I never knew these beers. Well, I like stouts and porters all of a sudden. But then it educates them, so next time they're out somewhere and they see a stout or a porter on the draft board, they can be like, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Bartender, is this a coffee forward or is this a chocolate forward? Oh, this is actually a chocolate forward. Hey, I'll order that now, right? It educates the average consumer to know what to ask for and know what to look for. And that's what we love doing, man. It's really, so much fun.
You really educated me.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm trying. I'm just trying to be real, man. This is just me.
I might have to change a little of my stuff.
No, man. No. You don't know.
Okay, yeah.
You be you.
Yeah.
That's what keeps the world going around. Because if we were all the same, it'd be boring.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So you do you, and we'll keep doing us. Well, this is just who we are.
We're definitely having to do some more collaboration on some.
Hey, man, you let me know.
Your whole business model and stuff. And I guess the way I come through and do my whole deal.
Yeah.
It's definitely working out.
I love it, man.
We're all talking,
absolutely,
educating folks and stuff like that. How you saying it?
Yeah, because ultimately that's what it's about, right? If we want to both promote and advocate for the state of North Carolina's craft beer scene, which is what sounds like what you want to do, and it sounds like what we're doing. How do you do that? How do you educate the everyday beer drinker, right? It's just through casual conversation, and it's having the beers readily available. Like, we get breweries that send us beer all the time to post on their behalf, which we absolutely love to do. So continue sending beers to us. We love it. Send in some too. But what we'll do is, like, I have a whole beer fridge at the house, and what we do is I'll have a whole bunch of people over, and we'll go through those beers. Not all of them, obviously. But what we started doing is we started doing live Instagram videos, and we let the people choose what beers they want to see us drink.
Excellent.
So it makes it very interactive, but I'll also bring over friends who aren't normally big beer drinkers, because this way it gets them to try beers they normally wouldn't try otherwise.
Excellent.
Right? And it expands their palate, it expands their beer vocabulary, because they may say, oh man, well I'm tasting this. How do I explain this? What flavor am I tasting here? I'm like, oh, you're drinking a Hefeweizen. You're tasting more banana and clove. And they're like, oh my God, yes, that's it. I never knew how to explain the beers that I was tasting. So it's vocabulary education, it's the palate, it's all that stuff.
It's like half the time when I'm up here trying to explain stuff on the show, and I'm just like,
I don't know. It tastes good.
And then like when I started interviewing some of the brewmasters or people who actually work there, and they started telling me, "Yo, this is what you're really tasting." I'm like,
there it is. Store that away.
Now I can.
Now I can explain it better.
Boop.
So I was a manager at Brown Truck Brewery when they first opened up.
Whoa! Down there in High Point.
Yeah, High Point. That's where we're based off. Is High Point.
What?
That's what actually got me started on this whole NC Beer Pride thing. Believe it or not, I was one of the managers. I started early on. I still technically work there a couple days a year. I tell them, hey, just schedule me if everybody else is like dead. So every once in a while, you may see me behind the bar at Brown Truck. Yeah, man. I think won multiple GABF awards, and but that's one of those things. Like we'd have people come into the brewery all the time, and they'd always be like, well, what is this? What hops did they use? What is this beer style? So like I made a point every single time that I would come in on my shift, I would remember all those questions people would ask me, and then I just basically dump on our brewmaster. I'd be like, hey, what's this? What's that? What's this? This is what people have asked me. And I remember all that. Yeah. Because then me behind the bar, if I educate myself, I'm then able to impart that to the everyday average drinker, because the most common question we had was like, well, what's the lightest beer you have on tap? And what's the closest thing you have to Blue Moon? Right? So it was one of those things that's like, man, if I'm sitting behind the bar, I got to be able to answer that question and be like,
Blue Moon is not the standard.
It is not the standard.
Now, I love Blue Moon.
It is not the standard.
But it's not the standard of craft beer, okay?
No. But if you have people coming in who that's all they're used to drinking, you got to have that alternative to be able to point to them and be educated enough to say, okay, well, Blue Moon's a wheat. Okay, hey, we have this wheat beer that's on tap that's very good. Why don't you try a little taste of it? See if it's something you like. Yeah. And that's basically all it is. It's education from the brewery side, but we've taken that a step further and now have gone on to be able to say, well, hey, look at all the beers that we have, and we can help educate people by tasting it. Hey, I have no problem popping this bottle open because the brewery sent it to us, and we want to be able to have you try it, so now you will know, okay, hey, I've had this brewery's beers, I like X brewery's beer, right? So it's marketing, it's advertising for the breweries, and we're doing it on their behalf. And I absolutely love it, so keep sending the beers. Yeah. And we'll keep getting it in people's hands. Because that's what we want to do. Because social media can take you so far, but then you got to be able to taste it, right? Because there's certain words that you're like, man, it says on, hey, it's funky. Okay, it's like, okay, so funky can be really bad or it can be really good, right? But until you taste it, and then you're like, that's funky, but in the best way possible, right? So it's one of those things that's like, describing it can take you so far, but then getting it in the hands and having that one-on-one with people to be like, okay, you say you hate this style of beer. Now let's go a little deeper. Like you said earlier, dig a little deeper. Yes. What don't you like about that style of beer that turns you off so much about it?
And that's what happens.
So I feel like I've done a lot of talking, and
you killed it. You fucking killed it. You flipping killed it.
No, man, you're good. You're good.
Fucking killed it.
You're good. You're good. It's right.
No, because my glass has been empty for at least 20 minutes.
Mine as well.
So we gotta get some more beer. But promise me, NC Brew Crew, NC Beer Pride.
Whoop, whoop. Keep going the wrong way with it. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Follow this guy on social media. What's your social media handle?
The NC Brew Crew or NC Brew Crew.
Which one is it? All right, ours is.
Oh no, I think it's the NC Brew Crew is my website.
Yep.
And NC Brew Crew is on Instagram.
Okay, NC Brew Crew on Instagram. Give him a follow. Check out his website. I'm sure he's got merch available.
Yes.
This lovely shirt and hat.
Yes.
Get you some of that.
All designs made by me.
Awesome. Yep. NC Beer Pride. You can go to ncbeerpride.com or you can go to craftbeerpride.com.
and y'all killing it.
Yeah, man. So I'll plug a few more. So we have a South Carolina Beer Pride, we have a Virginia Beer Pride, we have a Craft Beer Pride, and we've also started a California Beer Pride as well too. So
really,
yeah. And
so
we
how are you gonna get in the West Coast?
We actually have friends who live out there who are gonna be running that account for us. So yeah, we'll be getting some
Pride,
man.
Hey, Pride.
We're just doing it, but we're living here in North Carolina, so North Carolina is always going to be home for us, and that's always going to be first and foremost. South Carolina, we got a lot of beers up here, so we can get that as well too. And Virginia, same thing. So a lot of great beers around here, man. We're lucky to live where we live, and it's a lot of fun.
It's fun, man. Promise, man. Gotta get some more beers. NC Brew Crew, hey.
NC Beer Pride.
We only got 30 minutes until the beer starts swelling.
Yeah, it's already 5:11, man. Time flies when you're having fun.
That's it. So we gotta go. Pause on a little bit. Cheers.
Cheers, y'all.